Lance Armstrong, as we know him, is a sports idol. Battling cancer and winning 7 Tour de France's isn't something that every man can accomplish in their everyday lives. Recently, in 2010, things have changed for him and has resulted in all 7 of his titles being taken away from him. Armstrong was accused and tested for using performance-enhancing drugs for racing. He found out that it was not all random people who called him out, but 11 of his teammates. Not only did his teammates give out information that he used the drugs, but also that Lance was also making the racer take them as well before the race. Kristen Armstrong, his wife at the time, would wrap up pills in tin foil and hand them out to the players before the race. Armstrong therefore decided to battle the case and asked the USADA, which is the United States Drug Association of America, for hard evidence, and they gladly handed over a 200-page specific document to Lance Armstrong. He soon gave up on trying to fight his case, and him and his attorney believed the whole argument was rigged and that all the USADA is looking for is publicity. Pat McQuaid, president of the International Cycling Union, came to the conclusion that Lance Armstrong should be forgotten from cycling and not remembered for anything else. From starting out as just a few words that Armstrong was using drugs to taking away all the titles is a huge matter. Not everyone particularly agrees on the whole case. There is no exact percent of the public who stands strong with Lance or is going to be against him and calling him a disgrace to his sport. We do know, though, that his foundation lives strong and all of its followers do remain strong with Lance Armstrong. Also, coming from his Twitter, which is one of the largest social media sites ever, shows he has so many followers and people that still stick with the champ. When stepping down from the head of Armstrong and leaving Nike, people were astounded about what had happened. Having never failed a drug test in his life, people still thought down on him. Fans on Twitter and blog sites criticized every aspect of what Lance Armstrong was and what he stood for. Also, a few people opened up a blog site called nyvelocity.com, which opened the social media of this story. The blog site spoke with an Australian doctor or chemist, Dr. Ashendon, who helped develop an EPO, an oxygen-enhancing hormone, which is the drug that Lance is convinced to have been using. He convinced many confused people that EPO was present in the samples of Lance Armstrong's doping. This interview that was posted on this site spread like wildfire online. Constantly, people were posting and reposting this to their racing blogs and everywhere. Mainstream media in this story was huge and made everything a lot more well known to the people, but also changed the views on Lance Armstrong. Starting as just Lance and the USADA arguing over about the outcome of his drug test or what is going to happen to him is a huge debate. News articles, Twitter feeds, blogs from all over the internet took the story to a massive level of concern and depression for a lot of people. The truth is something that is hard to get out of everyone, and even with the truth, not everyone has to believe it. A true fan of Lance trusts in him and know he did not cheat and that the whole story was a scam, but so many people just want to strip away his titles into nothing. So many views, opinions, stories, lies. It will be very hard to ever know the exact story of the 7-time Tour de France champion. In my book, he is still one of the best cyclists of all time, no matter how the story unfolds.